What is that one takeaway that you would like to leave with our listeners? And I want you to think about those individuals, the ones who are struggling, the ones who have yet to come to terms with their purpose.
Mhm. They gotta take a deep breath. They gotta be trusting in themselves, believing in themselves. I wouldn't say ignoring their environment, but looking at what's going on around the environment, seeing what they need to do to get to where they need to be, to where their purpose is. It comes from just sitting in that quiet time you mentioned earlier. It takes reflection to sit back and reflect. It takes time, and then once they have a goal or a purpose, start nibbling away of that, start taking the baby steps towards that. Everything is not going to happen overnight for everyone. So it may take a longer time, and don't be discouraged. You can't be discouraged. And that's a part of it where some people are just going to give up because you're discouraged. So be steadfast, be strong. And steadfast, strong, and focused.
Steadfast, strong, and focused. There's no room for giving up, huh?
No.
Yeah, it's hard to enjoy what is beyond the finish line if you quit, right?
You'll never know.
Absolutely, never know, never know. As we come close to the end of our conversation today, are there anything else you'd like to say that you haven't said? Any closing remarks?
I'm at a stage of life where I'm looking forward to traveling. My wife and I want to do some missionary work. Hopefully we can get to do that. But Life Doc is something that it's a relay. We're prepared our kids, or we're as adults, we normally prepare the kids and we're going to go on. So it's just that I don't want to say twilight, because twilight seems to, to like finish. But just reminding people that life is good. I gave a speech at someone's funeral, and I said that the greatest gift we'll ever receive is the gift of life. And that's the only gift that we must return.
Right.
We must return it. The greatest gift is a gift of life, but we must return it someday. So enjoy.
Yes. And so it's all about how you live it, right?
Yeah.
Right here.
It's powerful.
It's all about how you live it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions for me?
I don't know if it's questions or it's commendations or compliments. But the question I could ask is, where everyone in their normal life is going around, and you came up with the word purpose. And I know you mentioned it last year, and I've known you. I know you have done a lot of interviews and gotten everybody's view on it. But what made you think of a simple word, purpose, that can be expanded? So, I mean, what was it that generated that thought?
That's a very good question, because I myself, I'm always in that period of introspection. I'm asking myself, why? Why the eco-religion with purpose? And why is it so important to me at this stage of my life, right? And first of all, I woke up one morning and I said to my daughter, I want to do something about purpose. I did not go to sleep that night or to bed with that on my mind, but I woke up with it strong on my mind. And within minutes, between the two of us conversing, having a conversation, we came up with a collision with purpose. And the next thing I know, I was in the park walking and recording my thoughts. And then I put it out there. And here we are today with so many interviews, but the idea of having this conversation, I think is so important. So it has reinforced, each time I have an interview, it's reinforced why we should be having it. And one of the first person I invited to come on and have a conversation about purpose said to me, why would I need to talk to you about purpose? Why do we need to talk about purpose? And after the interview, the person said to me, I want to come back on. Awareness, 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 awareness is the key. And the reason why I know this is so impactful and it's working, because of awareness. Many of us, unless we're, I don't want to use the word forced, but we're asked a question, we tend not to think about things. We've lost our sense of curiosity about many things, including, are we here? Are we doing what we're here to do? Or we're the task that was assigned to us, or whatever it is. So, you know, getting into this purpose thing, I'm not so sure that it was a conscious decision. I think it was something that was handed down as an assignment. And I've not questioned it. I've taken it and I've dropped all of my energy into it because I believe it's important, and especially in our communities, because too many of us are all over the place. Too many of us are not, and you use the word a lot today, focused. Too many of us are not focused on what is most important to us, to you, to me, and to our communities at large. And I am even more convinced about the need and the significance and importance of doing this type of work and getting my friends and family members involved, because indeed that's what we're doing on this platform. And you talk about grandchildren, you mentioned them earlier, my relationship with them. I believe that we owe it to them to leave a better place. So that's one of the drivers, that's one of my beliefs. And my value that is informing me and giving me the energy to continue this work. So hopefully I answer your question.
Yes. And I mean, and the commendation part is, I know you're involved in nonprofit GHN, Global Humanity Network. So you yourself have different purposes that you have over your lifetime. You also a real estate broker. We have a lot in common. The only thing I don't have, and I keep on telling you, your the studies you did and your wanting to do things like these, and you mentioned about your book and all that stuff. I commend you for that, because I am not there. And it takes a special skill for that purpose.